Tableau project series with the IMDB. They released a IMDB dataset online via Tableau Public that's in conjunction with IMDB. And just to give you context, it's IMDB data of films dating back, I believe, I want to say 100 years or so, or at least 100 years. That's the full data set. You have a listing of titles, URLs to the title page, to the image of the movie, the players involved, the persons. So whether they're directors or screenwriters or actors, the year they were released, and importantly, the IMDb rating, whether that film was nominated for Best Picture or not. So I wanted to basically use that data set to kind of, I guess, magnify down to a niche. And I thought about for this dashboard, I'm going to look at just specifically all films by Martin Scorsese. So let's look at the dashboard I created really quick on screen. This is the the get up the compilation I created, filmography of Martin Scorsese. So a bunch of stuff on here. So immediately on top, we have a bar graph by year of release, listing the IMDb rating. I included both the U.S. and the Great Britain rating, so it's gonna register an average rating by each of these films. I also included the short plot, so you can kind of see specifically. If I go to this one as an example, The Departed, uh, the short plot on the bottom of that, an undercover cop and a mole and the police attempt to identify each other while infiltrating an Irish gang in South Boston. So gives you a lot of information by year of release, the IMDb rating, and then what I like to call some bands really quick, number of films, the average IMDb rating for all of those 24 films collectively, which is a good rating, especially in a rating of 10. And then I took a stab of looking at Marty's top actors. So for someone that has an extensive portfolio of films like Martin Scorsese, they're going to have a bunch of actors throughout all of those films. Now, but for most of those filmmakers that have a large portfolio, they're going to have a select handful of actors that have been there in numerous movies. It's just kind of a specific thing that directors like. They like working with specific actors. They're the top ones in the industry. You know, Scorsese has his own select handful of actors he goes to when it has a new project, like Tarantino does. Who else? David Fincher. You know, so there's a there's always going to be like a handful that you'll see that have been in numerous Scorsese films. So if we look at top actors, I have a parameter here: sort by IMDb rating or film or title count. Let's go to title count really quick. Okay. Notice how at the very top, Robert De Niro, has been in 6 films of Scorsese, um, and then all the way down, Harry Northrop, Keitel, um, Catherine Scorsese, I think that's his mother, Charles, Joe Pesci. And then I can actually go and say, all right, let me see out of all those actors, the rating. So this is the rating for all the actors looking at their specific work. They've worked with Scorsese in the past, but this is looking at their work. So obviously we go here, there's Kevin Corrigan has the top one at 8.6. And then you have the rest of the actors that have worked with Scorsese and their individual IMDb ratings. Moving on here to these last 2 views, I got a list of all the films and what their individual rating is. But I also wanted to use this bar chart as a way to call out those that have been nominated for Best Picture by the Academy and the winner, right? So we could see that the ones that have been nominated, there's Goodfellas, Hugo, Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, the winner in yellow, The Departed, and then The Irishman was also nominated. So this gives me a quick view of which ones have been nominated and won. Obviously, what I could do, I did want to show the titles by on a tabular way here. But what I could do, just to make it more concise, is I could apply this kind of differentiation in color to this one up top here. And, I can remove this and give more real estate to this scatter plot here, which is probably something I could do. The scatter plot I have here is looking at IMDb rating for each film and the number of votes. Yeah, number of votes. And then I wanted to take a look at Scorsese's films and how those compare to the rest of the IMDb domestic films. So notice there's a lot of marks here, but the marks that you see in white are going to be those that are Scorsese films. And you can see how they kind of compare to the rest of the universe of domestic films in the data set. Whereas if you go to Shutter Island, The Departed, Goodfellas, Taxi Driver, really popular films that he's known for, they're going to be higher up here based on number of votes, folks that have voted for them to be their favorite. And they're going to be more to the right because they have a higher IMDb rating. And then all this they're all fixed. So these are all fixed tiles on top of the one floating tile, which is the image that acts as the background. And I got was basically a cool side profile photo of Mr. Martin Scorsese. I kind of, edited it a bit in PowerPoint, made it more of a sketch type thing, black, white, and gray. And I wanted to keep that same uniformity in terms of color palette on the views here as well to make it a little bit more concise. With the only thing that's kind of glaringly contrasting out, which is the winner, so that we can immediately see that he's got one Best Picture Academy Award for The Departed. So real quick, got my citation there for me. If you like it, go ahead and download it. If you have any questions, let me know what you think. How would you do things differently? What did you like about it? And hope to hear from you. All right, take care.